Welcome everyone as we record the Mishna Yomis for this Thursday, and that's the last Mishnah in the fourth parak of Shavuos and the first Mishnah in the fifth parak of Shavuos. Today we'll learn special for Elka Rezel Bas Yaakov, Beth Mermelstein's mother. Her neshama should have an aliyah. We're sponsored by the Fisher family. Lili Nishmas, Basi Bas Rabbi Shlomo Ben Avram Halevi, Perel Bas Ruvain. Also, Lila Nishmas David Ben Chaim Lefu Shleim for Yomis Mechai Sar Yaakov Ben Basileah, and for the schus of Avram and Yom Ben Shmamal Yudis and family, by Yol Kugman and family Lefu Shleima for Rivka Bashira Leah, Dvar Bashashabina, Ishmael Ben Estefadel, and Meir Ben Chai Sar. They should have Lefu Shleima B'Sech Shachel Yisrael. So Mishnah Yud Gimel tells us if let's say I tell two Eidim, I'm claiming that Chatzka owes me $100,000, and I say to two Eidim, Yossi and Chaim, Mashbi'ani Aleichem, I impose an oath upon you, or Mitzava Ani Aleichem, I instruct you, and the Rav says, I command you, and you add, and I add with an oath, B'Shvua, or Osrechem Ani, or I put an Isra in you. Isra is a Lashon Shvua. Hari Elu Chayovim. If they swear and then they are found to have lied, they are chayav to bring a carbon oil of Yared. However, if they swear by Shemayim over Eretz, by heaven or earth, Hari Elu Pturim, because you have to swear by Hashem, not by heaven and earth. But Aleph Dalid, if they swear using the name Aleph Dalid Nun Yud, B'Yud Hey, the name Ka, B'Shakai, B'Tzvachos, B'Chanun, the gracious one, B'Rachim, the merciful one, B'Erech HaPayim, the long-suffering one, B'Rav Chesed, the one of abundant kindness, U'B'Chol HaKinuyim, or any of the other substitutes, Hari Elu Chayavim, one is Chayiv, using any of these substitutes to bring a carbon oil of Yared. Hamekalel bekulan, and one who curses, blasphemes with any of these names, chayiv divrei Rameir, is chayiv to be stoned. That's the opinion of Rameir. B'chachamim paitim, the chachamim say that by blasphemy it has to be actually Hashem's name, the ineffable name, and not the substitutes. If one curses his father and mother using any of the substitutes, again, chayiv divrei Rameir. The chachamim say again, it would have to be with the ineffable name. Someone who curses himself or his friend using any of the substitutes, he's over a lav in the Torah. This is a lav, just like it says, cheresh, and we learn out that you shouldn't curse someone, and even you shouldn't curse yourself. That we learn out from Raki Shama L'cha Ushmor Nafshecha Ma'od. You should protect your own self, and that's a lav, rak, and Hishamar is a lashon of a lav, and it's. It says that you should protect yourself and not curse yourself. Now, if he says, I am making the claim to Chatzkel for money, and I say to the witnesses, Yakicha Elikim, Hashem should strike you if you don't testify, or V'chein Yakicha Elikim, they're reading in the Torah, Yakicha Elikim, and I say, and so that Hashem should do to you as well. So it says in the Torah, by the oath of testimony, V'shama kol olah, they hear the voice of the curse. Zui olah aksuva b'Torah, this is the curse which the Torah refers to in the case of Shavuos ha'edus, and therefore one would be chayiv. Or, if I do michlal lavat shemei hein al yakicha, you shouldn't be smitten if you do testify, implying you should be smitten if you don't testify. Or vivarechacha, you should be blessed if you testify. Or v'yetiv lecha, it should be good to you if you testify. Right? Rameya Mechai, Rameya says that from the implication, from the inference that you should be smitten if you don't testify, etc., Rameya holds it's chayiv. The Chachamim Paitrim, the Chachamim say if it's not a direct demand for an oath, the pasuk says v'shama kol Allah, you have to hear a curse and not an inference of a curse. Therefore, v'chachamim paitrim. Now, as we start the fifth parak, we're going to learn about the oath of a deposit. Let's say I deposit by chatzkel a becher, a goblet, and he denies the deposit. So Shavuos apikadon, the shua of a deposit, noheges ba'anoshim or b'nashim, both with men and women, b'rechoikim or b'kreivim, whether it's a stranger or relative, b'ksherim or b'psulim, whether it's a kosher person or apostle, a person who is unfit to be a witness, b'fnei bezdin, if it's in the presence of bezdin, b'shaloi b'fnei bezdin, and if it's not in the presence of bezdin, that's when mepi atzmai, when the custodian himself takes the oath. Or mepi acherim, but if I impose the oath upon the custodian, eino chayiv ad sheyichba by bebezdin. He's only chayiv when he denies it in court. Divrei Meir, the Chachamim say no, even if it's a shvur that I impose on you, I impose upon you that I left you the deposit, and he answers Amen. Bein mepi whether the custodian does it himself, bein mepi achem, or I impose it upon him. Kevan shekafa by, once he lies, he denies the claim. Chayiv, even if it's out of court. That's the opinion of the Chachamim. The chayiv al zdoina shvua, and one is chayiv. Most of the time you're chayiv only when it's a shogeg, but over here he's chayiv for intentionally making a false oath, and also al shigigaysa im zdoina pikad. He knows that he's lying about the deposit, but he doesn't know about the offering. He still would be chayiv an offering. But ve'enoi chayiv al shigigasa. But he's not chayiv if it was completely a mistake, because if he really believed that he didn't have the deposit, so then he's not chayiv. Umeh chayiv al zidona. What over here is the carbon? The carbon over here is not a carbon oiled v'yored, a sliding scale carbon. Over here is he's chayiv an oshim, a guilt offering, b'kesef shkalim, and the guilt offering has to be at least 2 silver shekels. We want to really thank you for joining us. These are not easy mishnayos. They're introducing a lot of new concepts to us. Again, tonight, if you're listening to this earlier in the day on Thursday, tonight we have a special shir at 8 p.m. broadcasting from the Young Israel of Deerfield Beach. It's called Let's Get Ready for Purim. You'll enjoy it very much. Shir for men and women. And you can access it live on zoomdaf.com with meaning code in all caps RMMW, Rabbi Moshe Meir Weiss, RMMW. And after that, about 10 after 9, quarter after 9, we will have the Daf Yomi. Thank you and have a wonderful day.